In this video, I'm going to be showing the exact Google Ads campaign that I've run with PMU Artists to add 10K a month consistently. I'm literally going to be giving you the entire fill-in-the-blanks framework that I've used, so you can go ahead and implement your own business to not only massively increase your profits, but also stop having inconsistent months. And that's even if you're not tech savvy or run ads before and not seeing results. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive into it. So it's a two-step framework that I'm going to be giving you today. But first, let's I'll explain, if you might not have heard of Google Ads before, maybe you've heard of them and you're still not quite sure how they work. So I'll just clarify exactly how they do work. So yeah, I've drawn a diagram. Let's go ahead and check that out. Okay, so here it is. It's got like 4 steps. I'll just move my camera up. It's got like 4 steps. Okay, so let's start from the first one. Okay, so here we have Mary. Okay, so Mary, she lives in your area. Let's say you live in New York. Mary lives in New York. And right now, she's kind of unhappy because maybe her brows aren't what they used to be. Maybe she overplucked them in the 90s or, whatever your clients usually do. So yeah, she's not that happy with her brows. So she's done some research. She's searched up, okay, what is a solution for my brows? I don't want to fill them in every day. What can I do? And she comes across microblading. So it takes a couple of months for her to get her mind around getting a tattoo on her actual face. But then she's decided. So at this point, she's decided that, yeah, I want to get microblading done. It seems like the right thing for me. And that's something I want to do. So she grabs her phone and she goes on her phone and she searches on Google microblading near me. So that's Mary's phone. And now she's kind of happy because she knows that she's going to find a good artist near her. And when she searches, this is the important bit, this is where the Google ad comes in. When she searches, she's going to find your business, so your brow business right at the top, coming up at the top, above your competition, which is going to lose down here. So she's going to find you at the top. And according to Google statistics, 75% of clicks will go to the person at the top. So the chances are, Mary, seems to be your perfect client for now, she's going to click on you and she's going to find you first. And once she clicks on that, she's going to read a bit about you, basically be able to trust you, with reviews before and afters. We'll get into that in a sec. But yeah, she picks you. And then Mary, she's happy now because she's got her brows now and she has become your client. And this process, obviously, this is just Mary, this is just one example. But this process repeats, 10, 20, 30 times every single month. So the key here is that every single month it happens. So not like referrals or word of mouth where, some months might be better, some months might be worse. With Google Ads, each month will be consistent in terms of how many clients you get. And so, yeah. Then this process repeats itself 10, 20, 30 times a month, and you get multiple Marys. Obviously, there'll be different clients searching for you and find you first and booking with you. So yeah, that's just a walkthrough on how Google Ads actually work. But while I'm explaining Google Ads, I'll just explain the difference between Facebook ads and Google Ads, because maybe you've tried Facebook ads before and not seen great results. So I'll show you why Google Ads are different, basically. So Facebook ads, they're also called disruptive advertising in the industry. So essentially, you're interrupting people who aren't looking for permanent makeup right now. So think of it like, you're walking through the mall, someone taps you on your shoulder, and then you want to basically sell them on getting microblading done or whatever, lips, liner. So there's going to be lots of back and forth, they probably won't even be interested, but if they are, there's going to be lots of back and forth. You're going to have to explain, how does this actually work? Why won't it be painful? They're going to have to learn all the stuff that they know already when they're searching for you with Google Ads. So yeah, it's going to lead to a lot of back and forth, a lot of time spent you actually replying to the inquiries and you going through that process. And they might even ghost you in the end. Whereas with Google Ads, people are actually searching for what you offer. So they're ready to book. So it's like someone walking to your studio, salon, ready to book. So there's going to be way less convincing. You'll just have to basically just go through the consultation process, of course, but that's it. So basically you're spending less time getting the same result compared to Facebook ads. So that's how they're different, basically. And just a tip here, I recommend that you do run Google ads just centered around brows and not liner or lips. That's just because right now there's not enough people who are aware of those other PMU treatments to be able to actually have enough people searching for them each month to make the campaign work. So that's just a technical thing just to make you aware of. It took me a while to figure that out, but I'll give it to you now for free. So yeah, just focus the campaign around browse, and then you can upsell these clients on Lips or Line later down the line, but that's a video for another day in terms of upselling. So yeah, now you may be wondering, okay, so I understand how Google Ads work, but do they actually work? Like, do they actually bring in results, and will they work for my business? So yeah, the short answer is yes, and that's even if, personally you wouldn't click on something that says sponsored, because that's what Google Ads comes up as. So yeah, even if like personally you'd be averse to clicking on something like that, plenty of people do. For example, let me just go ahead and show you the campaign of one of my clients. Yesterday, for example, so there were 12 clicks and 1 booking yesterday. So yeah, that's just an example for how they're actually working, basically. So just caveat what I said before. So yes, absolutely they do work, but there is a specific way that you do need to run the campaign, which I'll be showing in this video, of course, which is this is what about 95% of people that actually do run Google Ads for PMU artists, they miss out when they run the campaign. So I'll show you exactly how to avoid it later on. So for example, some of my clients like Natalie or Nicole, just my most recent clients, they saw 4 to 7x returns on the very campaign I'm about to show you. So yeah, just for context there, you put in $1,000, you get about 7K out. Obviously, if you charge more, you'll get more out. So if you put in $1,000, but you charge, let's say more than average, let's say you charge $700, then you're likely getting 8K, 9K, 10K out. So yeah, that's in terms of results. So yeah, let's go into the framework now. So I said there were 2 steps. So this is the first one. So the first one is to create the Google ad. So we need to create an ad to rank at the top of Google, just like I explained above, with Mary searching. So basically we need to create that ad to come up at the top when Mary's actually searching for it. So I've got a full video on the specifics, like how to create the ad account, all step by step, and there's a link below if you want to watch that. But here is the exact headline description to get the best results. So for example, this is one of my clients' ads, and then this is just the framework, fill in the blanks. So as you can see, everything in bold is done for you, and all you need to do is basically just fill in this, you get the gist. I don't need to explain any more on that. But yeah, you can screenshot that and use it for yourself when you're watching that video if you want. Yeah, and then the second step is to actually create the landing page. So the landing page, I'll get onto what that is, but this is something I've discovered after thousands of dollars spent on ads and courses. So to add 10K a month to your business consistently, what you're going to want to do is create a landing page and not just use a regular homepage. And this is what I was talking about before, about 95% of people skip out. And here's why you should use something called a landing page and not a regular homepage. So imagine you're throwing like a party. So your homepage is like saying, I'm having a party, and then giving the invitees an address to like a shopping mall. So they walk in and go, do I turn left? Is this a party, or is it over there? By that shop, and or is it there? So basically, to draw the comparison between someone landing on your homepage, they might land and they're looking for browse, so they're basically looking for that party, and they're confused because they're like, do I click on the about us? Do I click on services? Do I click over there by the book button? So that's what most PMU websites do, i.e. just having too many options. So confused people don't book, they leave. So that's like I guess that's the principle behind it. So whereas like a landing page is like giving them direct address right to the party. So, they know where to go. They walk in and they see the party. So basically they see like, in this case, it would be, they see like the page about browse. So yeah, they see like, hey, one natural looking browse, here's what we do. Da-da-da-da. So book a browse consultation now. And that's why landing pages turn way more visitors into actual bookings. So yeah, that's why you should create a landing page and not just use your homepage. And that's what most people miss out when running Google Ads, and that's why they don't work. But this is the way to actually make them work and get really good results, like I showed you above. Yeah, no. Okay. So, and yeah, this is just another little tip. So build your landing page on your website, and then take the link of the page you made and just put that into Google Ads. So when you're following my video on Google Ads, if you do, it shows you exactly how to do that. So yeah. So now, just to drill home the point I made here about why you should make the landing page and not the home page, let me tell you a story. So a couple of years back, before I discovered entrepreneurship and started successfully helping people to scale, I used to work in an ice cream shop. So that's what it used to look like. So it wasn't just a regular ice cream shop, as you can see. It's kind of special. It's got like, yeah, whatever. So it had these big tablets that you had to order on. So a lot of times customers would come in and they would tell us, what they wanted. Like, I want this flavor, that flavor, on a cone. So that's kind of like when people search up microbiome near me. But instead of just taking their order, we had to direct them to a screen with like 10 different dessert options, 6 add-ons that they could pick from, and like 200 flavors or whatever. So that's kind of like directing them to a homepage where they have loads of different treatment options. And a lot of them would just leave, like we just see them leave, just leave the shop because they'd get confused. So basically, the lesson here is that when a client is ready to book, so when they come in and tell you the flavor, or when they're searching up microbiome me and they're ready to book, then just make it super simple for them to buy, and don't give them like 1,000 different options like you would with a homepage, and instead use a landing page basically. So yeah, if you've heard everything I've just said now and you're thinking, but I'm getting bookings from my website right now, so you must be clearly wrong because I'm actually getting bookings from my website, so everything you said, might be wrong. So that may be the case, but if so, then I can near guarantee that if you do run this Google ad and to the landing page that, I'm about to show you now, you will get more bookings than you do right now from your homepage. I can near guarantee that that will happen. Yeah, just for the reasons I mentioned above. But yeah, now let me show you the landing page. So here it is. Once again, it's got the square brackets for where you actually need to put in the info, but the rest of it is basically done for you. So yeah, that's it down there. I'll scroll down in a sec, but the link to basically just the text will be in the description below, so you can use that again. Yeah. But yeah, that's it. You can screenshot it, obviously. So yeah, scroll slowly. Okay. But that's it. That's a landing page. That's a Google ad. So that's exactly how to run them to add 10K a month to your business consistently. But yeah, now let's talk about the other benefits of running Google ads, like the ones I've shown you. So due to the ability with Google ads to just scale up the ad spend as much as you like. So let's say the first month you spend 1,000, you get 7,000 back. And the second month you spend 2K, you get 40K back. And then due to the ability to set up Google ads once and then just have them running passively in the background. And then due to the ability to pay to put your services in front of ready to book clients, then here's what you get. So you get predictability, so you know that you'll have a reliable number of clients every single month and basically never have inconsistent months again, because you won't need to rely on referrals, social media, word of mouth, and other unreliable methods basically. And you'll have more freedom because you'll never need to focus on having to increase visibility or constantly posting on Instagram or basically doing marketing again, because like I said, you set them up once and you have it running passively in the background. And then you'll also be able to consistently increase profits and scale up to building a 6 to 7 figure beauty business, because you can just scale up the ad spend as much as you like I mentioned up there. But yeah, that is it in terms of the video. So I hope you enjoyed and I hope it was all valuable to you. Like I said, I'll have the landing page, Google Ads link down below. I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you have a great rest of the day. Bye bye.